Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Familiar Heart. Before we get started on today's video, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Please smash that subscribe button down below so you'll be notified. Please hit the subscribe button down below and become a member of this family. And also hit the post notification bell button so you get notified whenever I post. So today, I actually brought quite a fair bit of fish today. So I got two big fish, and I got 4 big fish that can go with my goldfish and my catfish that I've already got. And I've got the rest of like little tiny baby fish. And if I was to try to put them in with the goldfish will eat them. So I got them a whole new tank and a filter and a little hide as well. So I actually don't want to show you my fish yet, but the 4 bigger fish, I can actually acclimate them to the water now, but I want them all to go in the water roughly at the same time. So I'm going to be acclimating it once my new tank is ready for my little baby fish. So I'm actually going to put a towel over my other fish that I've already got so you guys don't get to see them yet, because I don't want you guys to see them yet until I am ready to either acclimate them or release them into their tanks. But yeah, I got basically 4 fish that can go in with the fish that I've already got, and 40, they're like 49 cents. So it's like, okay, with having 40 of them. That's why I got 40 of them, because they're 49 cents. 40 little baby fish that will need to go into a separate tank. So I will actually take you in now to where I got my previous tank to show you what I've got so far. So this is my tank that I've already got. It's got a hide down there, a filter. This one has a heater because the 2 catfish that I've got in there need a heater. So I've got 2 catfish that are in there. I'm not too sure if you can see them. I've got 3 goldfish, and I've got 1 black molar goldfish in here so far. And I will show you the other 4 fish once I'm ready to. But for now, we're going to set up this new tank for my little fish. So I'm actually going to move these wipes. And I'm going to bring my daughter's formula down so I can rest my phone against it, so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I got this fish tank. It cost me about $30-something. So this should be a good size for my 40 fish. So, and by the way, when it comes to breeding, I haven't quite worked it out yet. So when I do work it out and I finally actually got baby fish, then when the next breeding season comes along, then I'll show you how I've done it. But until I work it out, I don't know. Until I work it out, I can't really film a video. So I am sorry about that confusion. So with this tank, it comes with this lid right here. With this lid, it actually opens up, if I can open it, and it doesn't want to open. Oh, it's got a crack on it. That's very, very sad that it's got a crack. Okay, this lid does not want to open, but basically this lid opens up and I can be able to feed the fish in here. I have to be able to open it. I have to keep on taking the lid on and off to open up to feed my fish, which I don't really want to do that. Which, with this pet shop I've already got, all these fish that I've got have already been fed today. So I will be feeding them bloodworms today, just to show you how I do it. So yeah, it opens up like that, and the shuts. I'm actually not going to push it all the way down, just so I can't get it open again. So I'm just going to leave it like that, just sitting like that. So I will be able to open it and shut it whenever I want. And it's got like a little crack on the side, which I'm really, really sad about that, but it's all good. So that is my lid to my tank. My tank I've got here It's only $30, so it's alright. I could have, if I wanted to, buy a expensive tank, but then one, my father will kill me because he helps me with my finances, and two, I can't afford it. I'm literally trying to save up for a house right now and a car. So I'm trying to save up for a car and a house right now, but I can't do that if I keep on spending my money the way I'm doing. I've still got quite a lot of money left over, by the way, just so if my mother or father ever sees this video, they don't worry about it that much. I'm hoping not. But yeah, so I got this $30 something dollar fish tank. I think it's like $34, I can't remember. And I also got this little hide as well. This hole's only little. This hole's tiny, but just alright. These fish are actually way smaller than this hole, so the fish can basically swim in there and hide. So I've got that, and the last thing I got from the pet barn is a filter, obviously, to keep the tank clean. So got the filter, and I've already got this because of my last fish tank. But basically all this is just aquarium sand. So I've got this aquarium sand. I don't like using aquarium rocks because I'm afraid the fish are going to pick up the rocks and swallow it. So, and I've had rocks before I started this fish collection. I owned fish before when I was a child, and they had rocks. I didn't really believe in it because now I just think fish will swallow the rocks. But that's all I've got for this tank. In the future, maybe my next payday or whatnot, definitely not this payday because these are actually quite expensive to buy, but I will be buying plants and whatnot for both fish tanks. Maybe not on this pay, but my next pay. Not on this pay, but maybe my next pay on the pay after, I will be buying plants for not just this tank, but for my other one as well. But basically that's all I've got for this tank at the moment. So let's stop yapping and let's set up this tank for my new fish. This aquarium. So we're just going to set up this aquarium with for this new little tiny fish. And actually I could have, if I really wanted to, scrap this fish tank altogether, and I could put these baby fish in with all the rest. But the goldfish, they tend to eat. They can eat anything that, basically anything that can fit in the goldfish's mouth, they'll swallow them. And these fish are definitely that. And you really can't see my face, so I'm actually going to move my camera a little bit back. Yeah, you can see my face now. So yeah, anything that fits in the goldfish's mouth, they will swallow it. So I got this filter. It's a little bit different to the filter that I've got in my other tank, but I don't really care. Maybe it might be the same. No, you can have this filter two different ways, but it looks really similar to the same filter that I've already got. Which the filter I've already got is actually a little bit cheaper because I got it from Big W, not Pet Barn. The reason why I got this filter from Pet Barn is because I was running out of time, my support worker. So yeah, this is the classic filter. It's got like this there. You can have it like with that, or it says you can have a pipe, which the pipe's in here. I've got that pipe and I've got the pipe for my other aquarium. So, I actually don't know if I want to have the pipe or not. And the reason why I got this filter is because one, it's cheaper than all the other filters, and two, I'll be able to, hopefully be able to get away with not drilling any holes into my aquarium or anything like that. So that's the reason why I've got this filter. So this filter is actually more complicated than This filter is the most complicated in setting up an aquarium. So that's why I like to do it first. So, because it's just complicated. And the only thing I've got to do with the hide is rinse it off with water. So it does come with an instruction manual. I'll keep that here in case I can't figure it out. But I normally just follow what it looks like on the actual diagram itself. So I'll just open up this little bag of goodies. So it comes with this little pipe, which, honest to God, I really don't know what the pipe's for. Maybe the pipe is for like a air pump. I don't know what it's for. But I like to keep it away in case I ever do use it. So I never get rid of it. And it comes with this little nozzle, this little nozzle, this part section of it comes with this, and then the tube bit, which, to be honest, I think basically how to set up the tank with this tube. So you take this bit out, because this is just for the other look, and that's easier. All you can do is really, if you really wanted to, all you can do is just take the filter out of the tank and just suction cup it on and then plug it in. And that's basically all you got to do. But to be honest, I actually might keep it like this instead of putting the pipe together, because I've already got the pipe look in my other aquarium. But I'm actually going to show you how I've done it with the latest aquarium that I've already got. So basically all you got to do is put this little pipe in that little bit there, and then put the tube on there, plug it in, and then it should start filtering through that. But I'm not going to be worrying about this today, because I've already got that look in my other tank, so I'm actually going to leave it to that look. So, but these other little parts that I've got for my filter, I will keep, and I will keep the instruction manuals. So if I wanted to, I could change my mind and set it up just like my other tank. But it looks like you can have it two different ways with this filter. If you're wondering where I went, I did go to the bin so I could throw the filter box out, but the filter parts I just sat over there just so it's out of the way. This, I'm actually going to place up there out of the way. Actually, I'm going to place it on top of my bag of fish. It won't be like, it's not heavy, so it won't harm the fish anyway. So now what I'm going to do is tilt my phone to my sink, and then when I first started my aquarium, the checkout lady told me that you have to rinse this out before you put it in the tank. Which, when I first got this, I was actually just going to put this straight in the aquarium until she told me that, because there could be like chemicals or particles or whatnot on this that could harm your fish later on in life. So that's why you got to rinse this. So we'll do that now. And my daughter's with her carer at the moment. My daughter is with her carer at the moment, so I don't really have to worry about a baby screaming or anything like that because she's not here. And speaking of which, when my daughter is here, she actually loves my fish. She will look at the tank for hours. So now I'm just going to place it on this little rack that I've got on top of my sink. Wash my hands before I touch my phone because I'd rather not get my phone wet. So I'm going to turn you guys around here so you can see what I'm doing to the tank next. So now we're actually going to bring this sand, unclip it, bring the aquarium tank here. We basically just want to put like a layer of sand. I'm probably just going to do it to these until this little bumps on the tank, but you're just going to fill it up. And those little bumps just help to carry the tank, so it doesn't like have any handles or whatnot. So I'm basically just going to just do that. Okay. Now I'm just going to spread the sand along the bottom of the tank. Yeah, but that's basically what we've got to do to this aquarium. Just with the sand, it's just spread it along the bottom. And I actually will recommend sand over rocks, because the fish, especially goldfish, they'll eat anything that fits into their mouths. and I'm afraid the fish will get down and swallow the rocks. Okay, so I've got my sand at the bottom of my aquarium. I'm really hoping this aquarium is not heavy when I go put it in my bedroom, because I'd rather not spill water all over my parents' house. Because this is not my house, it actually belongs to my parents. This is my parents' property, and I'd rather not spill water in their house. And when I buy a house, once I buy my house, which is what I'm trying to do, I probably will buy a couple more tanks, but I won't buy the expensive kind, because I can actually turn a random container into a tank, which I should have done it in the first place. It's a lot cheaper. That tank cost me like $105, which now that I know you can actually turn you can actually turn any type of container into a tank. If I knew that, I would have brought a regular container. It would have cost me way cheaper. And all I got to do is buy the filter and everything, which I will be doing from now on. Instead of buying like a random tank, I'll just buy a container and turn that into a tank. So we got the sand in. Now the only thing you've got to put in here before the water is the hut and the filter. So I'm going to start with the hut first. It's actually my eyes are bigger than my belly. I actually didn't realize how big this hut is before I got it, but it's okay. So I'm just going to sit it there, so if the fish really wanted to, they can swim in there and get away from me or anything else. And I've actually got bloodworms, and I did show it in my last video. I actually got bloodworm for this fish. I do have other fish food as well. Bloodworms are actually one of my favourite things to get the fish, because I can actually put my hand into the water, so which means the fish can actually get used to my hands. So if I ever need to clean the tank, or with goldfish, you can actually hand breed goldfish. They actually get used to my hands. So that's why I like feeding them. Bloodworms. But I've got other fish food as well, which I will show you, but I won't feed it to the fish. Now the only thing I've got to do is put the lid on, put the filter in, and fill it up with water. But I'm just gonna put the filter in. Okay, so the filter, I'm actually gonna have it on the opposite side. I'm actually going to have it on the opposite side than what I do with the, hide. So, so that's basically what my tank looks like. I decided to have the filter on the opposite side than the hut, because I just like that look better. But basically the fish can swim in there. I will be buying a plant. Maybe this afternoon or tomorrow or next week, I might buy one plant to sit in that corner there, just for a little bit of brightness to it. The reason why I didn't get plants straight away is because I wasn't sure how much this will all cost me. That's why I did not do it. But I'll definitely buy one plant for this tank, and I'll buy a couple of little plants for the other tank. I'm actually going to go back to my bedroom quickly and put my sand away, so that I don't need the sand anymore. And my daughter's shoes, I almost broke my ankle. She has got crap everywhere now, she knows how to walk. Alright, so I'm actually going to get a jug. I've actually got 2 jugs. I'm just going to get 1 jug, so I can fill it up with water and just dump it in here, so I don't disturb the sand at the bottom. So I don't really want the sand to move from the place that it's in. So we will be filling up the water until pretty close to the top. I want these fish to have a lot of swimming space, but not too much where I'll spill it. So you actually see what I'm doing. Just gonna think that might be better. You just can't see my face until I do that. So yeah, got water. Now I'm just gonna gently, pour it over the dome. That will make sure it doesn't disturb the sand. And I will will point my camera down and actually show you the tank once this is all underwater. Right. Actually, you know it will be quicker? I've actually got a pump that pumps out water. I think it'll be quicker if I go get that pump, which is in my bedroom, fill up my sink and pump the water from my sink into the tank. Yeah, I think that'd be better. So make sure this water's clean first. And I've almost forgot there's actually a couple more things you need to do to help their survival and also clean out their water. So, while I'm waiting for this to fill up, I'll show you what to do next to your aquarium. So I've got this chemical here. I don't know what this chemical is actually called. But basically, it's to try to help your fish's rate of survival. So I'm just going to put, you don't really need that much for a tank this big. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Just going to put like a tiniest little bit in there. About that much. Okay. And then you've got this chemical here. Basically, this just cleans out your tank water. So any harms that came from the tap water don't harm your fish. But you only need a tiny bit as well. So I'm not really going to use the measuring jug. I'm just going to eyeball it. Which, by the way, before I do pour this in here, don't worry about it. It won't harm the fish at all. Because I've done this to my other tank and all the fish in that tank is completely fine. So, yeah, so don't think that I didn't worry about their health before, because I actually do. Now there is a little bit of that chemical in there, not mixed in, because it just went straight to the bottom into the sand. So to help that, I'm just going to get a knife, little butter knife, and just stir this water around so we can mix the chemical. I should have done this when the water was filled up right to the top, but it's okay. So that's the only other step you really need to do to this tank. So I've got this pump here and I thought it might be quicker to do it like this. So this end actually goes into the tank, but I'm filling up the tank and not emptying the tank. So I'm going to put it in the sink where the water actually is. And all you got to do is pump this. It will take a while for the water to go through the tube and into the tank itself. But normally you empty the tank and not fill it up, but for this rate, that's what I'm doing. I might need to put a little bit more sand in here, to believe it or not, because it looks like the hut's going to rise up, which means I need to bury it into the sand. Okay, this is definitely not going to work out as well as what I thought it does. But it looks like the sand's not staying put, so I'm just going to take that out and make it easier. And just dump the water in. And I'll put my hands in there later on to fix out the sand. It's not working out as much as what I thought it would. Oh, I'm getting water everywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, this tank is actually getting a little bit heavier than what I expected it to be for a small tank. So what I'm going to do is fix up the sand now, put the hut in, slowly take this back to my room, and then get like a pot or something like that to fill the rest of it up. But it's not working out as what I thought it would have done. And I think I might actually use more sand, so I'm going to go get that now to put it in the tank. Yeah, definitely not working out as what I thought it was going to work out, but at least now I know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this is enough sand. Because I actually want to make sure these fish can actually swim around in here quite fine. Alright, so obviously I can't hold my camera and hold the tank at the same time, so I will be back. I'm just going to take the tank in there first, because this is actually quite heavier than what I expected. Okie dokie, my tank is now in my room, so I'm actually going to get, I don't know if I need that, so I'm actually going to get this pot here, but this is a good size to fill up the rest of my tank. So I got this pot here, I'm going to fill it up with water, and then I'm going to bring you guys back to my bedroom so you guys can see it. And I will probably need to edit this video as well. But it's okay. So I'm going to bring you guys with me. Just going to sit you guys here so I can fill up the rest of my tank. Needs a little bit more water, to believe it or not, so we'll be back. Okay, so I got some more water, and I might actually have to do a part 2 to this video, because this video is quite long already, and if I was to edit this video and add more slides to it, then it's just going to be really, really long. Okay, so I've just filled up this tank. I think it's got enough water in it, because it's got water from the bag of fish as well, so... Yeah, I think it's got enough water in here because there is water in the bag with the fish, so I just spilled water. So I will show you the tank in a second, but I just want to get the fish in here first. And this new tank does not have an aquarium light. I do need to get one, which I will. Probably not in this pay, but I will. So I've just got the lid to my tank, and I've got my pump as well. And I'm really hoping that, oh, my daughter's, one of the cameras on. So I'm really hoping that I've got enough water in here to trigger the filter. So I'm just going to try to plug my filter in. Oh, yes it does. So I do have my fish. I'm going to go get them now, and then I'll show you the tank before I show you the fish. I don't want to show you the fish straight away. Not yet anyway. So got bag number 1. Just going to gently place them on my bed. Bag number 2. I've got 3 bags of fish, by the way, because they're like 3 different breeds. So that's the second bag, and now my 4th and final bag. So yeah, there will be 2 parts to this video. So once I finish this and I show you, like, I will have to end this video. So once I show you this tank, I will end the video and will be part 2. So this is tank number 2. So the filter is there, running. And the hide's there, and it's got sand in it too. And there is a lid that will go. Okay, so the lid's there. It will go like that on the tank. So yeah, this is going to be the end of part 1. Stick around for part 2, because that's when I'll actually show you my fish, show the fish. So I really hope you do like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not already, a heart, and hit the notification bell button so you get notified whenever I post. Bye.